Today we're going to be making a video showing how to make these glass terrariums. They're made by Brian and his Etsy shop is Solder Glass by Brian, and the link will be at the bottom of this video. And this is basically what the finished product is going to look like. And the lid comes off like so. So we'll take you behind the scenes for each step of the process. Brian is a retired truck driver, originally from Kent, now living in the Cotswolds, where he spends his days turning his hobby of glass cutting into a non-profit production of unique handmade terrariums. And where do you get these glass from?
It's all reclaimed greenhouse glass. I get it wherever I can get it. It's not easy to get it, so
Do you travel the county to buy it?
Oh yeah, I have travelled quite a way. I mean,
okay.
20 miles is nothing to pick up the glass.
Yeah.
So it's got to be worthwhile. It's got to be a fair quantity for me to do.
And is it a specific type of glass you're looking for?
Yeah, it's got to be clear. I made a mistake a little while ago, and I got some glass, and when I cleaned it up, it's frosted.
Can you show us that?
Yeah, you can't see it because it's dirty, but
right.
it's frosted, and I can't use it on the outside of the terrariums, but I can use it for the bases.
Yeah.
Which is what I do. So unfortunately, that was a bad buy. But there you go. And
does it have to be a particular thickness?
Yeah, all greenhouse glass is standard. So I don't know what the thickness is, but
so not too thin, not too thick.
No.
Right.
So I'm going to cut this now. I've got a terrarium I want to cut. So here we go. Right, just clean the glass. It's got mud all over it, so if I don't clean it, the glass cutter won't cut it. Okay. I've got my measurements here, which I worked out quite a while ago. So I'll just cut a couple, that's all. So that's what we got. 16.
A special glass cutting tool.
Yeah, it's got to be oiled as well, the cutter, so it cuts okay. This is just the main panels at the moment. Right, I try and get as much out the pane of glass as I can, so there's not too much wastage.
Yeah.
Means it's not easy to come by. Right, I need 4 of these. Okay, that'll do for now, I think.
Okay, so what piece are we cutting out now?
You want 4 pieces for the top. So, as I say, I've already worked out the angle that I need. So we go from there. Right. Okay.
Can you show us those pieces?
Yeah.
And that's the top?
Yeah, that goes like
right.
so.
Okay.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And then you need a couple more pieces along here.
Yeah.
Which I've already done somewhere, which I can't find.
So this is a grinding machine now.
Yeah,
so
we need to top up with water, make sure it's topped up to enable the grind the glass. And all it's simply turn it on.
And this is to take off any burrs?
No, this is just so it's safer to use.
To
really.
take off the burrs of the edges
Yeah.
and yeah. Right,
I'll just do the one just to show. Do both sides. And then just do the corners as well, because if you don't, it'll break the foil when I foil it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the basic process there.
Right. So you're cleaning the glass now?
Yeah, just with warm soapy water. Because if you don't, the foil won't stick. Use the old scourers. Just get the muck off and that. This is where I sometimes find faults on the glass and I can't use it because
Right.
it's too badly marked.
Yeah.
So it's a hit and miss thing really. And after I've assessed it best I can, just make sure it's thoroughly dried so that I can foil it.
Right.
That's the end of that stage.
So what's
really.
this process called here?
This is the foiling to enable me to solder the two bits of glass together. Okay. The idea of sort of grinding the corners down is when you actually turn the corner, it doesn't break the foil.
Yeah.
So I just foil it first of all.
Let's have a look.
That's not finished yet, but
Yeah. And every section of glass has to be foiled.
yeah, it has to be completely foiled all the way around. Any parts that need soldering together,
Yeah.
I'll just do these few just to give an idea.
So
Yeah, after it's foiled, you need to sort of smooth it, make sure it's smoothed down so that it's stuck to the glass properly. You need to do both sides just to make sure it's absolutely stuck. That's why it's got to be clean and dry when you actually do it.
yeah.
I'll just do a couple just to show you how it's done. Then you've got the top bits. I find this turntable quite handy because it saves a lot of fiddling about. Right, that's that bit. Okay.
Right, so now that's ready to be stuck together.
Yeah, next job's soldering. Well,
Right.
assembly bit. I've already done the top bit, or started to do the top bit.
So that's what we're looking to achieve.
Yeah, that's the top bit. I've
Yeah.
done that earlier on,
Okay.
and also done another piece there. Eventually, this is going to end up on top there, like
Right.
that, which is that takes quite a bit of time
Yeah.
because you've got to make everything up.
Yeah.
So we've got the actual main bit here. I find it, the way I do it is I find this the easier way. This is just getting ready for soldering. Yeah, that bit's too bad really, I can't use that bit. Should have noticed that, but I didn't.
But will you reuse that piece in another
I will,
terrarium?
yeah, one way or the other.
Yeah.
I'll use it one way or the other.
Because it'll do for a base piece, won't it? You won't see the base piece.
Yeah, quite likely.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so that's almost ready. But try and make sure that it's all level at the top.
Yeah.
When I do it. This is where you find out whether you've cut it right or not.
If you haven't cut it to the right size, are you able to go back to the previous steps and refix that?
Yeah, you'd have to, yeah. Okay, that is now ready for soldering.
Okay.
So I'll have to set up for that in a minute.
Okay. Okay, so now we're on to the soldering part.
Yeah, first of all I'll tack it. When I find my brush, there's my brush. Okay, so you need to flux it first on each of the corners.
Have a look what you're doing. All right.
Yeah, that's fluxing.
And what does that do?
That helps the solder. Well, it's necessary for the solder to go onto the foil.
Right.
So when you're actually soldering it, you need to leave a little gap there, really, which enables you to solder the finished product better.
So you do the corners first just to sort of lock the pieces in?
Yeah, because the tape, you can't do much with the tape on. You need to get it ready so you can take the tape off.
Yeah.
So and then you do the same thing with the base.
And that solidifies pretty quickly, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Got to make sure you don't get anywhere near it because it's really hot.
Yeah.
Right, do your four corners. And just to make sure, just do 4 little bits there. Okay, and just want to do the sides.
And it's important to do this in a well ventilated room because of the fumes.
Yeah, I normally have this on, but it's a bit noisy.
Yeah. Okay. We've got the windows wide open, so.
Yeah. Right, so I'm quite happy with that.
Okay.
So there's the next stage now. You can safely take your tape off now.
Okay.
So the next process is tinning it all. I find it easier to be able to tin it in. It enables you to do the soldering a lot easier. This is basically what you do. Just run the soldering line along, like so. Just do this for the whole terrarium.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so what's this stage now?
Yeah, this is just the final stage of putting a bead on each of the corners. So once again, flux it.
And that tidies it up, does it?
Yeah. Well, it makes it so the solder goes onto the foil.
Yeah.
So first of all, I use a 50-50 solder, which fills in any gaps that could be there. Just run the solder along like so. Make sure it's full up. There you go.
You can see why it's important to have a ventilated room.
Yeah.
With the fumes coming off of it.
So you do that on all the different areas.
Yeah.
And once that's cooled, I use a 60-40 solder, which is a different solder again.
Yeah.
And this makes theoretically a neat, what you call a bead on it.
Right.
So we assume this is reasonably cool, but it's not actually at the moment. So just that. No, it's too.
Right, so we'll have to wait for that to cool down. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll do one more.
Okay.
Again, it's a 50-50 solder. This takes quite a time to actually get reasonable at, really.
Okay, so we'll come back in a moment, and when that's all cooled down, we'll do the next bit.
Yep.
So it's cool enough now for you to do the beading.
Yeah, this is 60-40, this solder. It's a different solder.
Right.
So just dab a little bit along. Again, this takes quite a bit of practice to get it reasonable. And then just melt it a bit more. Join all the bits together. This takes quite a bit of while to do it.
Yeah.
All over, and that's it there.
That's great.
Okay.
That's very neat. Yeah.
Do that all over. So, right, just trying to assemble the top now. This is where you find out if your measurements are wrong, it won't go together. I'm just tacking it at the moment. Right, I'm quite happy with that. That's tacked now. So the next stage is taking the tape off and soldering all round it.
Yeah.
And then to put the top on as well. Right, next stage is to see if it fits all right onto the other terrarium. Okay.
So this is the moment of truth.
Yeah, just make sure it fits before I finish soldering.
Yes, that's perfect.
That's okay.
That's brilliant.
So now it'll take me a while to actually finish that.
Yeah.
But there is one that's been finished.
Yeah.
That you can take a picture of.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
That'll
So
do,
the
won't it?
final step is the patina.
Yeah.
And what are you using for the patina?
Right, hang on. So, say when you're ready, and I'll go through it.
Yeah, go ahead.
The next job, everything's been assembled and I'm quite happy with it. And I started patinaing this one just to go through the process. You need gloves for this. So, as I say, I've already started this one. So, that's the patina. It's a copper patina.
Yeah.
So there's several different ways of actually putting this stuff on, but I find a brush to be the best way. And then all you do really is, I mean, this would be solder.
Yeah.
Let's just patina it. So as you see, it gives it a copper look. It covers the solder up,
Right.
which I think looks a little better than ordinary solder, and plus it hides a few blemishes if there's any on there.
Yeah, gives it a nice rustic look, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that is basically it. Do the same with the top as well, and
that's the final product.
that's the one. Yeah.